Hello, hello. Oh boy. I usually try to warm up my voice a little bit, and I have not had the opportunity today. Let me hydrate a little bit. Excuse me. Excuse my raspy voice. So hopefully we can get through a stream without too many technical difficulties. I probably just jinxed it right there. Probably just jinxed it. Yeah, my ISP was failing me and their ancestors on Saturday. And then I had various technical difficulties, just one upon the other. It's been a little bit annoying, but let's see if we can get through it. Coldwaters. I do love me some Coldwaters. So let me. I actually kind of broke this game, but I think I got it fixed. Well, let's see. Should have it fixed. Everything should be fixed. I'm just getting it started up here now. So far, looking good. I did do a little bit of testing, but not so much you can do. Let me check my closed captioning. Go ahead and run an ad, disable some pre. The reason why we gotta run ads is because if we don't, then people will get ads as soon as they enter. So it's always a good idea to run an ad when you start streaming, and then you have 32 minutes of ad free for anybody who comes in the stream that's not subbed. I honestly wish I could turn off ads without turning other things off, but you can't. So there's only a few things you can do, and pre-roll ads is one of those annoying, annoying things. So, Mm-mm-mm. So I will give this ad a few more seconds here to finish up, and while we do that, we'll actually change scenes. Um, we'll go to the beautiful chatting scene that Jinx Gaming made for us. I love this scene. She did such a wonderful job on this. All right. All right. Let's get some music going. Let me check these levels real fast. And why can't we hear? about there? Do this. There we go. Now we can hear. I think those levels are pretty good. Yeah, we'll leave it there for now. We might need to turn it up or turn it down. Let's go ahead and get into the game. Actually. Yep. Pro streamer. Didn't forget this time to do this. Now that should work. Let's see how we looking. There we go, perfect. Okay. Sorry, I was trying to clear a message I had. Let's see. So we did some Flight 2 stuff last time. Let's actually continue with Flight 2. So this will be a Los Angeles class submarine. We are the Americans fighting a campaign against Russia shortly. This takes place in 2002, so we're fighting Russia shortly after the fall of the Berlin Wall, the Iron Curtain, and the fall of the Soviet Union. So instead of relations kind of cooling in this game, well, relations don't cool, and after the fall of the Soviet Union, the Cold War goes hot. So the Cold War doesn't really end; it actually things heat up. So we are NATO, U.S. submarine, USS Chicago, SSN 721. It's a Los Angeles class Flight 2 submarine. So Cold War era submarine, but still very, very much in very capable. This is the Flight 2, so it's the second kind of major block of Los Angeles classes. This class differs from the original with one of the big differences is that it has VLS tubes, vertically launch missile tubes, so it can launch missiles out of instead of having to launch them out of torpedo tubes, which the previous generation had to do. It does have torpedo tubes for torpedoes and for other missiles, but it can also launch missiles out of its vertical tubes, which allows it to shoot very, very quickly those missiles and saturate a surface target or a land target. So let's look at our orders. Intelligence detected landing of torpedo and other cargoes on supply ships in Port Chennai. It's assumed that this supply convoy will go to the area of the Arabian Sea. You're ordered to find and sink this convoy until the enemy receives reinforcement. You may also be given a chance to meet enemy submarines, find and sink enemy tankers, and supply tenders. Let's see what we have for weapons. So we have 9 ad caps. Those are our Mark 48 torpedoes. We have 6 harpoon missiles. Those are missiles that are loaded in the torpedo tubes. Anti-ship missiles. Interesting note: I can't remember which country it was. I'm gonna get this wrong. Hold on. But NATO just got well, I don't know if they have received them yet, but they've been promised some harpoon missiles that are land-based. So Denmark had some harpoon missile launchers in storage, and they are going to be sending them to Ukraine, or giving them to Ukraine to help defend their coast. So 6 harpoon missiles. The harpoon is actually the Soviet Union made a copy of the harpoon, and the Ukrainian military, which is part of the Ukrainian arms producers, which were part of the Soviet Union, made a copy of that copy, which was the Neptune missile that was used to sink the Moskva last month. So the harpoon can be a very capable missile. We've been upgrading it over the years. I don't know the state of the Denmark's missiles. They've been in storage since 2003. I'm sure they're in a functional state, but I don't know like if they've maintained upgrading it and things like that. So but the Russians don't have a lot of remaining air defense, naval air defense left with the Moskva destroyed. So six harpoons, 3 Mosses. We have all 12 of our vertically launched TASM Tomahawk anti-ship missiles. These are no longer in service, but we're taking our current T-LAM missile and we're adding naval strike capabilities to it. And the Navy demoed this a couple years ago, and they're probably actually come quite a way. So I imagine that the Tomahawks are now ready to be fielded as in an anti-ship role. So we're down about 10 torpedoes, but that's okay because our mission is to sink the cargo ships. And there's Chennai on the map where my mouse is. So that's going to be that cargo ship that's outlined right here. We don't see it right now. It's grayed out because we don't have intelligence on its whereabouts. So we'll go through the Straits of Gibraltar. Get stuck. We'll go through the Suez, the Red Sea. Maybe. Oh, they have the Suez on this map like over here. Okay. I think it's actually the center of the ship is what's weird. The Gulf of Aden. And we'll camp out here. I think this is where they're going, right? Wait, where are they going? So we know they're leaving to the Arabian Sea. Okay. Also known as the Persian Gulf. So they should be coming north because they're going this way. All right, yeah. So we'll just sit here and wait for them. We'll put out our towed array while we're doing that. So that icon up there means the towed array is going out. I think that gives us better resolution. Are they just sitting? They're just sitting. So let's rush them down. Okay. Hopefully we hit them at 10 knots. Yeah. So we're going 10 knots. We're at a depth of 150 feet. Our heading is heading 222. We have a contact at 293, so that means they should be basically in front, slightly to the left, maybe 30 degrees to the left. Now, when we get these contacts, they're very blurry, so they could kind of bounce around, and that's where sonar thought they heard them. But they may not be right on that bearing. Or it may be not our contact. It could be something else. There's a very weak surface duct and a weak thermal layer at 162 feet. We could try to use this to hide, get our submarine below 162 and just below the layer, but since it's weak, it's not going to be very effective. We have our 3 torpedoes. We're going to get tube 2. Yeah, 2-2. Ready? Get our tomahawk ready. And we're going to get our moss ready as well. We're going to send it just straight. We're not going to snake it. Actually, no, we will snake it if we need to shoot it. We'll probably send it straight. No, we'll start with straight. All right, let's close a little bit of distance. Let's close a lot of distance, actually. And 15,000 yards. About 15,000 meters, more or less. Never exact.
On sonar, new contact bearing 293, designated Sierra 1.
Okay, so we have a contact 293. We're going to slow down and go ultra quiet.
Bearing 303, designated Sierra 2.
I just love the look of the Los Angeles class.
Con sonar, new contact bearing 284, designated Sierra 3.
So,
Con sonar, new contact bearing 2.
oh, I got that wrong. I said left. They're off our right, obviously, but I was burped a little bit there. We had a lot of contacts out here. This Sierra 1 was the first one we heard, and actually Sierra 4 was the last. Oh, Sierra 6 now.
Designated Sierra 6.
So we'll let sonar work on these targets.
Sonar, new contact bearing 297, designated Sierra 7.
Someone's active on 304, it looked like. They're mostly on that bearing, so 304. So Sierra 2 looks like it was active. You can tell active. There'll be a yellow band on the plot. Oh, what's going on? Got a torpedo in front of us. Shoot the moss. Okay, how far is it? Yeah, shoot the moss.
Shoot 2-4. Aye, sir.
Come up to 50. Let's come down. Come up to 15 knots at standard.
Make turns for 1. Con sonar, we are cavitating.
We're gonna track this towed array as well. This long spaghetti string. And we're gonna turn away from our
sonar,
moss.
no longer cavitating.
Turn all the way away. We'll come to 105.
Come left to 105. Helm aye.
Con, fire control, we've lost the wire.
And we're gonna reload the moss.
Passing 400 feet. Passing 500 feet.
We're gonna go ahead and get really deep. We're gonna come down to
Passing 600 feet.
Con sonar, lost contact. Sierra 2, last
900
bearing.
feet.
Make depth 900 feet. Dive by.
Con sonar, torpedo in the water. Torpedo
Blank.
in the water. Bearing 268.
Okay, this torpedo looks like he is merged on us
course.
and not on the moss. That's interesting. We'll put a decoy here. We are going to turn back towards our moss.
Come right to 200. Helm aye.
We're going to come up a little bit shallow.
Make depth 650 feet. Dive by.
So I want to try to get the torpedo hopefully to latch onto the moss, if possible.
Con sonar, regained contact on Sierra 1, bearing 297.
Actually, forgot one thing. Difficulty. Okay, yeah, I have the difficulty correct.
Con, helm, steady course. Con sonar, regained contact on Sierra.
We're gonna
4,
drop another
bearing
decoy.
293.
And
Con sonar, lost contact. Sierra 2, last bearing.
on a
3,
120.
120.
And we're gonna get deep.
Con sonar, lost contact. Sierra 4.
Make depth 1400 feet. Dive by.
Con sonar, lost contact. Sierra 1, last bearing 302. Contact.
let's see what
is in
this
the
torpedo
Baffles.
does.
Con sonar, lost. Con, helm, steady course.
A lot of torpedoes in order. There's not, there's just 3 it looks like. Okay, so this torpedo, hopefully he turns left. He did not.
Con, maneuvering, making turns for 3-4 knots. Come left to 358. Helm aye.
Make depth 700 feet. Dive by.
Con sonar, regained contact on
That Moss I launched
contact
earlier
on Sierra
is
3,
a
bearing
mobile
2,
submarine
8, 6.
simulator. And what it does is it has a bunch of noisemakers in it that makes noise like a submarine.
Con, helm, steady course. Come left to 315, helm aye.
Swim right through our decoy.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 6, bearing 2.
Con, knuckle formed.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 6, last bearing 298. Contact faded.
All right, so what I did is I
Con sonar
kind of
lost
reversed the
contact.
rudder,
Sierra 7, last bearing 298. Come right to
and I put a knuckle in the water. Basically,
005, helm aye.
I popped, made a little void space in the water, and it caused the torpedo to detect that noise as
Con,
something to
helm,
lock onto.
steady course.
Now he's going to be hopefully bound up in our moss or in our decoys here, and we can hopefully get away from him. So we're just driving away as fast as we can.
Con, dive at 650 feet, dive high.
So he's probably going to latch onto this decoy maybe, or go back, depending on which way he turns.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 6, last
Okay, so he turned left. So he's gonna lock onto this decoy again. So we're gonna try to open up as much range as possible. We'll come to 355. Just try to open up as much distance as we can from this decoy so he can't reacquire us.
Con, helm, steady course.
'Cause he'll hit this decoy, he'll swim through it a little bit, and then he'll do some kind of search pattern. So hopefully we're out of range. We should be out of range of
Con
his
sonar,
sensors.
Sierra 4 is classified as merchant.
Okay, so it's gonna search. And yeah, we are definitely out of range, so we're gonna slow down.
Make turns for 15 knots. Maneuvering aye.
We are gonna turn onto the fleet. So we can classify everything. What I'm gonna do is use my active sonar and try to get a classification for everybody.
304, helm aye.
Since they already know we're here, they've heard us, we've been making a ton of noise. We're not really stealthy, so we got a Riga, we got a Grisha, and we got a bunch of other contacts.
15 knots.
So we'll go to ultra quiet.
Big ship for ultra quiet.
And that'll help. That shuts down a lot of stuff, turns off a lot of pumps.
Con, helm, steady course.
Weapons are self-destructing out there. It makes us quieter, so we'll go ahead and active.
Con sonar, switching to active search.
Oops, someone dropped a torpedo right on top of us.
Con sonar, torpedo in the water. Torpedo in the water. Bearing 30.
Here from active. Oh boy. We're very, very slow.
Passing 600 feet.
Con sonar, we are cavitating.
We're cavitating means the pressure of the water
500 feet.
is low enough that our propeller is causing cavitation.
Passing 300 feet.
Con sonar regained contact
Oh.
on sea.
Passing
Was that?
200 feet.
What was that? No idea what that was.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 8, last bearing 2. Con sonar, torpedo in the water. Torpedo in the water. Bearing 139.
We made a little knuckle there. We're gonna turn
Passing 200 feet.
to. We're just gonna come midships here.
Passing 300 feet.
Oh, those are death bombs.
Con sonar lost contact.
Passing 400 feet.
Okay, someone's close enough. Someone's within 6,000 yards of us, so they're shooting death bombs at us.
Con sonar, no longer cavitating.
They're rocket-propelled
Passing
death
700
bombs.
feet. Passing 800
Or it
feet.
could be a helicopter or a bomber dropping them.
Passing 900 feet.
Knuckle in the water here.
Passing 1,000.
Con sonar, torpedo in the water. Torpedo in the water. Bearing 198.
Passing.
Oh, he went right through the knuckle. Oh boy.
Passing 1,300 feet. Passing
All right, we gotta get shallow here.
Con, knuckle formed.
Going below our test depth.
Con, maneuvering, making turns for 3, 4 knots.
Passing 1,500 feet. Passing 1,400 feet.
Con, sonar lost.
Passing 1,300 feet. Con, knuckle formed. Passing 1,200 feet. Passing 1,100 feet. Passing 1,000 feet.
Con,
Passing 900 feet.
Sorry, I'm getting a little intense here, trying to dodge these torpedoes.
Passing 800 feet.
Okay.
con, sonar lost contact.
Con, knuckle formed. Passing 800 feet.
I don't think we're gonna outdive this torpedo. Maybe.
Passing 900 feet.
Con, sonar
Passing 1,000 feet. Passing 1,100 feet.
So submarines can out
Passing
change
1,200
depth
feet.
on torpedoes.
Con, sonar, torpedo in the water, torpedo in the water, bearing 330.
Passing 1,500 feet.
Con, sonar lost. Come right to 295. Helm I.
Passing 1,500 feet.
Oh, the weapons are shut down. All right, let's get up to the search depth here.
Make depth 700 feet. Dive by.
From the
Come
320.
right to 320. Helm I.
Kind of driving into this torpedo, but unless it does a circle search, it should not see us. So it's right in front of us
Con,
here,
helm,
like right
steady
here.
course.
All right, I don't want to come any shallower than this right now.
Passing 900 feet.
Torpedo after us. Why didn't you go onto the?
Con, sonar regained contact on Sierra 1, bearing 258.
Okay.
Come right to 050. Helm I. Con, sonar
Kinda
lost.
Passing
Crazy that
900
they had
feet.
the solution they had on us.
1,400
Did he hear it?
feet.
Okay, no,
Dive
he didn't.
by.
Okay, so this weapon went active, but he
Con,
didn't hear us.
sonar lost contact. Sierra 1, last bearing 252. Contact faded. Con, helm, steady course.
So this is kind of the wrong way to turn, but I don't really have a good alternative. So hopefully this torpedo makes a left-hand turn. Makes a right-hand turn, it's going to pick us up again. We'll see. Yeah, right-hand turn, so it picks us up. Nice.
Con, sonar, Sierra.
Con, knuckle formed. Passing 1,400 feet.
Alright, we're coming shallow.
Passing 1,300 feet.
Going to
Passing 1,200
come
feet.
back
Come left
onto
to
our
237.
decoy.
Helm I.
Try to get out of its sensor. So it's got a
Passing
cone
1,000 feet.
kind of a view.
Passing 900
So
feet.
basically we want to try to get inside that
Passing
cone.
800 feet.
Con,
Passing 700 feet. Passing 600 feet.
con, sonar, we are cavitating.
A little too shallow there.
Passing 500 feet.
Okay, so he did. So we're going to turn back away.
Come right to 323. Helm I.
We got some death bombs going off. Go back to our ship here.
Con, sonar, no longer cavitating.
So once we get deep enough
Con,
where the
helm,
water pressure's high
steady
enough,
course.
we stop cavitating even at our maximum.
Con, sonar,
Speed.
lost contact. Sierra 3.
Oh,
last
this torpedo
bearing,
might pick
2,
us up.
5, 6. Contact faded.
I want to get a second where I can pick up these guys. These torpedoes are preventing us from counterattacking. We can't shoot while we're this fast.
Con, dive at
Make turns for 0 knots. Maneuvering aye.
And stop the shaft and use
Make turns for
that energy to help
turns for
turn
0
and
knots.
bleed the speed
Maneuvering
off.
aye. Con sonar
Get some
regained
weapons
contact
ready.
on Sierra 4 bearing 271. Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 6 bearing 257.
rig shift for ultra
So
quiet.
ultra quiet, and then we're gonna go active.
Con sonar switching to active search.
Get a good solution on everybody.
Con helm steady course.
All right, we're gonna shoot Udaloy. Range to enable 1005.
Con sonar.
We're gonna
Sierra
shoot
8
the
is classified
Han.
as submerged submarine.
What depth is he on? Han is just
Con
above the layer.
sonar, Sierra 6
Gonna
is
shoot below the
classified
layer.
as merchant.
Range to enable 1005.
Shoot
I send that
Aye, sir.
passive, and we're gonna shoot the Udaloy again.
Fire control. Unable to fire. Shoot 2-1. Aye, sir.
Right. Stop
Con
active.
sonar switching to passive
We're
search.
gonna turn,
Come left to 1.
come up to flake speed, and get deep.
Make turns for 3, 4 knots. Maneuvering aye.
Make
All right, so the
1-4-5.
Rigas are our
Con,
target.
Fire control. Weapon acquired.
These merchant ships, but they're too slow to get away. So once we deal with their escorts, we'll be
Con,
fine.
Fire control. We've lost the wire. Con, fire control. We've lost the wire.
So I'm turning away from the torpedoes he's
Con
launched
sonar
on us
lost
and
contact.
getting deep.
Sierra 6 last bearing 258. Contact faded. Con sonar torpedo in the water. Torpedo in the water.
Yeah.
Bearing 255.
Launched another torpedo at us.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 2 last bearing 290. Con helm steady course. Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 3 last bearing 257. Contact is in the baffles. Con sonar noisemaker bearing 2. Come left to 320. Helm aye. Con sonar noisemaker bearing 181.
All right, we got a hit on Han. Actually, it's a
Con sonar
Chinese
regained
submarine.
contact on Sierra 3 bearing 259.
Oh, where did that torpedo go?
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 1 bearing 224.
I'm confused as to where that torpedo went.
Con
Con, dive at 1-4-5.
Anyways, let's get
Dive
some
by.
tubes reloaded. We can't shoot at this speed, so we have to bleed
Con
off the
sonar
speed, or
lost
we have to
contact. Sierra 4 last
slow
bearing
down.
272. Contact faded.
Oh, we got a hit on the
Con maneuvering.
Udaloy.
Turns for 3, 4 knots.
Yeah, it's interesting that there's a Chinese submarine giving them escort. It's an older Chinese submarine. It's like one of the first. It's one of the first
Sonar regained contact on Sierra 6 bearing 2
nuclear submarines
6.
of the Chinese
Con
Navy.
sonar noisemaker bearing 20. Con sonar torpedo in the water.
How
Torpedo
did
in the
that see
water,
us?
Bearing 301. Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 1 last bearing 203. Contact breaking up.
Drop a decoy, make a little turn.
Come right to 010. Helm aye.
Cello.
Con sonar regained
Oh.
contact
Oh,
on
they're
Sierra
self-destructing.
4, bearing 2.
They shouldn't self-destruct at this depth.
Passing 1,400 feet.
Interesting.
Con sonar lost
All right,
contact.
let's
Sierra
we're gonna get
4,
shallow
last
regardless,
bearing 26.
and shoot the
Depth
Grisha.
1150 feet. Dive high.
Got another Grisha coming in, and we have Sierra 5, which we haven't identified.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra.
We also
4,
need to finish
bearing
off the Han.
263.
So we'll get some tubes reloaded here. We'll shoot. We'll probably actually, we're going to shoot our two Grisha. Actually, we're going to shoot this Grisha because we don't know what Sierra 5 is. We haven't classified it yet. It might be a merchant and it might be closer than the Grisha. So when you have a non-classified target or you don't have a good classification, you're not necessarily going to know how far they are. This Sierra 5 mark out here, that's just a guess.
Con, dive at 1150 feet, dive by.
All right, we're going to slow down so we can shoot.
Turns for 10 knots. Maneuvering eye.
The torpedo ejection system needs to be able to overcome the pressure of the water at the depth. It's using water to push the torpedo out of the tubes, so the water we're putting into the tube needs to be higher pressure than the water outside the tube to push it out. Also, we have to be going slow enough that the torpedo can get away from the ship, start its engines, and get up to speed before we run into the back of it. So if we're going at 34 knots, we're not going to be able to launch a torpedo.
10 knots.
And the Mark 48s are thermal torpedoes. They're not so they have a fuel called auto fuel 2 that they use. And we're gonna fire at 2005, bearing 225.
Shoot 2-3. Aye, sir.
So weapon getaway. The auto fuel is a pre-oxidized fuel, so it doesn't need oxygen. It's already got it's already got its oxidized, so it just burns as a monofuel. I hope I sent that weapon shallow. Oh, we got a torpedo. Shoot. Shoot on that bearing. 155, range enable 2000. Go. And we are going to do what? We're going to do what? We got a torpedo directly behind us, 2,000 yards. It's merged on us. So we're coming up to flank speed. We're going to get deep. Drop a decoy. Let's reload our tubes again.
100 feet. Passing 1,300 feet. Passing 1,400.
I guess we might be able to dive under it. It's a... What is this?
450 feet.
Oh, it's way up here too. Oh, and there's a lot of friends behind it. So it looks like he launched 4 torpedoes at us. So let's turn to the right. Scratch that. Turn left. I've been turning right all night.
Come left 286. Helm eye.
So these torpedoes are pretty terrible. It's possible that they don't even see us, that they run right over us if they're this shallow. I don't know if he sent them deep, but we're really, really deep, so they have to look way down to find us. So there we are at the very bottom of the screen.
Con sonar recon.
So they're not even active right now.
50 feet, dive by.
Not sure why he didn't activate them. Grisha's turning. Looks like our torpedoes probably snatched him up. Very small ship, the Grisha.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 8.
But he does have these rockets, these rocket deck charges. Not terribly effective, but oh, did he sink? He did. He sank. Did our torpedo even get to him? No, our torpedo didn't get to him yet. But he did fire another, looks like 3 torpedoes. Or maybe our torpedo got to him. I don't know how, no, that's not possible. How could his torpedo, our torpedo isn't that much faster than his, and his torpedo still hasn't gotten us. Well, I guess we kind of were driving away, but more perpendicular, to be honest. Alright, so, okay, yeah, his torpedo did activate, and it got stuck on our noisemaker. Or he just sent it on a circle search for some reason. Not sure what he did. But he did fire another round of torpedoes, so we are going to turn away again.
030. Helm eye.
He's been destroyed. So he's not shooting any more torpedoes at us. Oh, I can't see him. Oh yeah, there he is.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 3, last bearing 189. Contact is in the baffles.
But the Han was like a first generation, is an early
Con sonar,
generation of
noisemaker
Chinese
bearing 1,
nuclear
8.
submarine.
Con helm, steady course. Con sonar
Not
lost contact.
particularly good.
Sierra 6, last bearing 236. Contact is in the baffles.
I mean, they were nuclear submarines, so they were somewhat capable, but they had a lot of teething issues. They were pretty loud as far as the submarine goes,
066 helm I.
and they kind of, you know, they were experimenting with building submarines, so they didn't have sufficient things like they didn't have sufficient radiation shielding in the reactors when they first deployed the ships. Man, he shot a lot of torpedoes. All right, we're gonna turn again. We're gonna turn. No, we're not. We're just gonna keep going. He shot these torpedoes in a very wide arc. So we have a torpedo in front of us, 2 torpedoes in front of us. You know what? So we are gonna turn. We're gonna turn to 195.
Come right to 195 helm I.
So he shot a very good arc of torpedoes. I'm betting that these torpedoes are not going to be capable enough to pick us up, depending on how deep they are.
Con sonar regained contact
So,
on Sierra 2.
okay, this one's coming
2,
deep, yeah.
6, 0.
Yeah, this one might pick us up, actually.
Con sonar,
Yep.
torpedo in the water, torpedo in the water.
So I turned in because I didn't want
bearing
all these
184.
torpedoes to pick us up.
Come right to 248 helm I. Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 195. Come right to 250 helm I. Con
So we're going to
helm,
just try to
steady
outchange
course.
depth on this torpedo. I don't want to attract every single torpedo in the world. So we'll get up to speed. Start putting on a little bit of a right rudder. Then we'll reverse it. Put a knuckle in the water.
Knuckle formed.
Try to get him to follow that. And see if we can out
Passing 900 feet.
change depths.
Passing 800 feet.
Wow, this thing changes depth pretty well.
Passing
I
700
might not be
feet.
able to do that.
Passing 600 feet.
Con sonar, we are cavitating.
Passing
Nope,
400
can't.
feet. Passing 300 feet. Knuckle formed.
Put another knuckle in the water. See if we can sink out faster.
Passing 300 feet. Passing 400 feet.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 2. Come right to 255 helm I. Con sonar, no longer cavitating.
Passing 700 feet. Passing 800 feet.
We're gonna keep turning here.
Passing 900 feet. Passing 1,000 feet. Passing 1,100 feet.
Alright. So he's above us now, doing a circle search. So he might pick us back up here as we open distance from him. We could just stay underneath him, but we got other ships coming. Or we got one other ship coming, and we don't know what Sierra 5 is.
Make turns
So I don't want to hang out here.
4 knots.
We'll see if he picks us back up.
Con
So now he's going to do he's doing like a column search. So he's just in this column of water searching in a circle.
come left to 267.
So what we're going to try to
helm
do
I.
is open up as much distance as we can before he makes this next orbit.
Passing 1,400 feet.
Con helm, come right to 285
We can open enough distance before he comes around. We might be out of his sensor range, which is about 1,500 yards. It's not a very good torpedo. We are displaced from him significantly in depth too, so that makes it, again, it's a cone. Think of it like a kind of a flashlight. You know, if you spawn, you point a flashlight, it's going to form a circle on the wall where the beam forms. This is somewhat similar. It doesn't go out in all directions or, you know, 45-degree angles. It goes out kind of in a cone. It's wider and wider as it goes out, but also gets less and less intense as it goes out. Okay, yeah, we should be well outside the range. Let's go ahead and we have our Grisha, 6,000 yards. We're gonna turn away from him.
Come right to.
He does have rocket bombs,
0, helm I.
so we don't want to slow down too much on him.
Depth 1150 feet, dive by.
Tube reloaded. Get tube 2 ready to shoot the Grisha. He's at 6,000 yards, so almost in rocket range. You may not know we're here. He doesn't have a very good sonar system. Looks like, yeah, he does. Yeah, he should have us, actually. He doesn't seem to be acting like he has us, though. He should be turning in, getting in range of his rocket. His RBUs here on the little rocket systems here. He also has some torpedoes he can launch at us. But he probably already used all of his torpedoes. Let's slow down and shoot him.
Big turns for 10 knots. Maneuvering I.
He doesn't even look like he's going at his maximum speed.
Con, dive
He's really fast.
150 feet, dive by.
So, where is he? There he is. Yeah, 34 knots. He's going about 10 knots under his top speed. He's going about 24 knots. Honestly thought these things were faster, actually. They got so much engine compared to how much ship they have.
Con, maneuvering, making turns for 10 knots.
Alright, so we're at speed, we're at depth. Let's go ahead and shoot. We'll activate at 3,000 yards. We will put the weapon on bearing 200.
Shoot tube 2. Aye, sir.
There goes. And we're gonna lose the wire. That's okay. That should be a pretty solid shot, especially he doesn't seem to be hearing anything.
Con, fire control. We've lost the wire.
Alright, so we're going to turn. No, we're gonna stay on course here. We are going to come up to standard.
Make turns for 15 knots.
And we're gonna get deep again.
Make depth.
And we're gonna reload that tube.
150 feet, dive by.
And forgot we beat our follower goal. I'm gonna put a new goal up here. 200 followers. Let's go. If you guys have not followed, if you would drop a follow. If you like the content. But I'm also on the Twitter, the Bird app. I'm on the YouTubes. I put my VODs out there just as a place to store them. I don't do any editing to them yet, or I haven't yet. And I do have a Discord. And yeah, if you want to reach me, talk to me, give some feedback, see me play a certain game, all that. Here's my socials. If I would spell that right. There we go. So yeah, the Discord, the Twitter, all that stuff, YouTube. Yeah, let's try to get to 200. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do something at 200. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. I do have a 2D, a live 2D model in the works. My artist just sent me some a sketch of it today, and I've been talking to him about it. So he's working on it, and it's looking good. Um, I'm excited for it. Excited to see the final product. So it won't be this little bouncing blue boy. I'll be a fully fledged 2-dimensional character. I don't really play a character. I just I use it for interaction. But yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do at 200.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 2, last bearing 189. Contact is in the baffles.
I've been waiting to play certain games until my model is done. Right, so we're at standard. Let's go ahead and turn towards that contact we heard. 260.
260. Helm I. Con sonar
We'll go ahead and complete that turn, and then we will shallow. Actually, what depth are we at? We're at 11.5. No, we're at 14.50. The water depth is okay. So we're actually not at a terrible search depth.
Con sonar noisemaker bearing.
So we might stay down here and see if we can hear him.
Con helm steady course.
Oh, someone else is active. Wait, do the Rigas have a sonar system? You have sonar? You do. Weird. You have torpedoes? You don't have torpedoes. Why do you have sonar? What is the point of sonar if you don't have torpedoes? Oh. Huh.
Con sonar.
Yeah, so there's no
noisemaker
weapons
bearing
listed here.
185.
I don't know why you would have a sonar system unless you're searching for fish or something. Oh no, there's a submarine down there. I can't do anything about it. I guess they have a helicopter deck, but they don't have a hangar. So it's not like they could launch a helicopter even.
Noisemaker bearing
I mean, they'd have to have a ship. You're generally not going to have a helicopter attached to a ship without a hangar because it's just going to get beat up by the ocean. You need to be able to service it on the ocean. Kind of need a hangar to do that.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 2, last bearing 186. Contact breaking up.
We're going to slow down.
Make turns for 5 knots. Maneuvering eye.
Rig ship for ultra
We
quiet.
go ultra quiet. I forgot how few torpedoes we had. So we only had, these are our last 3 ad caps. I don't think we wasted any. I think we were actually very efficient with our torpedoes. So we hit 2 on the Udaloy, 1 on the Han, 1 on the Grisha, 1 on the other Grisha. No, 2 on the Han. So that was 4, 5, 6. Yeah. So yeah, we only used 6 torpedoes to sink 4 ships. So it's really efficient.
Making turns for 5 knots.
But we only have 3 remaining, so we need to be a little stingy with these. I don't know what Sierra 5 is. It might be another submarine. Let's go active, see if we can pick them up.
Con sonar switching to active search.
And they put these, the active is a ping sound. It's actually a really complicated tone, series of tones they send out. And it's not just the same tone over and over. They change frequencies, change intensities.
Con
Right,
sonar
nothing there.
switching to passive search.
Let's go ahead and come up to a head full.
Make turns for 20 knots. Maneuvering eye.
We're gonna turn to 305.
Come right to 305. Helm I.
We come up under the layer.
Con maneuvering. Making turns.
Make depth 250 feet. Dive I.
I don't think we'll cavitate at 250 at 20 knots. So we'll come up,
Con helm.
do another
Steady
quick
course.
search, see if we hear anything. And if we don't hear anything, we'll come up to the surface. We'll use our radar to see if we can pick up Sierra 5. See if he's a surface contact. We do have the... Oh, we only have one helicopter. So we still have the helicopter somewhere out here. Looks like he went, I don't know, off to Narnia. So once we put up our radar antenna, the helicopter will pick us up again. All right, let's go ahead and start slowing down.
Con sonar. We are
Oh,
cavitating.
we do cavitate. Okay.
Con sonar.
Good to
No
know.
longer cavitating.
So we need to come up to 300 feet next time. Slow down. Go to ultra quiet.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
And see if we can pick anybody up. We're not going to put out the towed array. I don't really feel like hanging out that long. We'll just see if we can hear anything with our sonar system.
Dive at 250 feet. Dive I.
We're on 5 knots. There we are.
Con maneuvering. Making turns for 5 knots.
Alright. Nothing. Let's go ahead and come up to 8 knots.
Make turns for 8 knots. Maneuvering I.
And we'll come up to
Make depth
With the antennas.
50 feet. Dive I.
Con sonar. We are cavitating.
what? Why?
Con sonar. No longer cavitating.
Alright. Let's go up to 5 knots.
Make
Slow down to
turns
5
for
knots.
5 knots. Maneuvering I.
And we will come up to the surface
Con
here.
maneuvering. Making turns for 5 knots.
Well, not the surface. We'll come up to periscope depth. We're already up. Oh, we picked up Sierra 5. Let's classify.
Con. Dive at 5 feet. Dive I.
Help sonar out. I'm using the accent or the quotations and colon keys on my keyboard. A quote and semicolon to cycle through all these targets. So we're trying to match up this waterfall plot with our known frequencies. So ships make a lot of noise, and submarines. And by recording those and memorize and putting them in a database and memorizing them, actually, that's how they classify these ships with sonar.
Sierra 5 is classified as merchant.
So he's a Dawn. Just guns, it's armament, and no sonar system, no radar. Actually, it has a Dawn. I'm sorry, the Dawn K radar. And the merchant, so it's one of our targets. Let's look at him. So, 2 masts, some kind of large aerial. Aerial probably can be used for communication between them. Another, I don't know, this is an interesting, very cool looking aerial. And then it's top mast radar. It's got multiple radars. Got two guns, B-34. I'm not sure what those are. Russian ships tend to have a lot of like 100 caliber or 100 millimeter guns. So probably those got 4 of them. Wow. Well, I'm guessing. Sorry, it's a little dark. I'm guessing this is some kind of targeting radar for the guns. Most naval guns are radar controlled, or radar directed. All right, let's shoot these guys. So we're gonna put up our masts.
Upscope.
Make sure we got a good firing solution. We're gonna fire tomahawks. Fire at the first Riga here. Narrow search. We'll activate it at 2,200 yards.
Shoot 2. Aye, sir.
Fire at Riga. 14,000 yards.
Shoot 2. Aye, sir.
Fire at Riga. 20,000 yards.
Aye, sir.
And we will fire at Dawn. 21.5.
Shoot 2. Aye, sir.
Alright, let's go ahead and get deep.
Dive, dive.
I'm down to 750 feet.
Make depth 750 feet. Dive by.
Make sure that helicopter doesn't snatch us back up. It probably has. I mean, with how long we had our mast antennas out of the water, it should be on its way. But it'll take it a minute to get here. We're gonna come all the way deep.
Sonar lost contact.
Passing 300 feet.
1350 feet.
Make depth 1350 feet. Dive by.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 7, last bearing 2, 4, 3. Contact breaking up.
Alright, we got the
Con
Riga.
sonar no longer cavitating.
And finally the Dawn.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 5, last bearing 2, 3, 4. Contact breaking up.
All 4 with tomahawks from our VLS system. The Tomahawk is a great. So one nice thing about the Tomahawk is it has an absolutely massive warhead, and it has extreme range, far more range than the Harpoon. I think the published range of a Harpoon is 75 miles, but it can go. It certainly can go further than that. And if it's airdropped, which it can be air deployed from many platforms, including the Black Hawk helicopter, it can be from P-8 Orion or P-8 Poseidons. Oh hey, let's go.
Con maneuvering, making turns for
Stevie, welcome in.
4 knots.
Con, dive at 1350 feet. Dive by.
Oh, 1 second, let me give you a shout out here. That command's not want to work. Let me do Just welcome in. Welcome in. And some cold water.
He's gone. Got him. I'm fucking. I'm sorry.
Oh dang, a VR first-person shooter.
Oh my god. I just want to live.
Was this what you were? Was this what you were playing just now? I don't know when this. I don't know when this clip is from. VR. BR. Okay. Sweet. That looks intense. I've not done much in VR. I've played Star Trek Bridge Crew, and a couple other basic games. Bridge Crew is about the most in-depth VR game I've played. And it's not like a first-person shooter. It's definitely you're controlling a starship. But that was cool. It's so sweet. Awesome. Thank you so much for the raid. I hope your stream went well. It seemed like it did. Seemed like you're a pretty cracked gamer. And Cassidy, welcome in as well. Welcome in, Raiders. Cassidy, first time chatter. Hello. Well, welcome in, Raiders. We're playing some Coldwaters today. This is a submarine sim. I'm a little submarine down here. We're playing a campaign, 2002 campaign, where the Cold War, the Iron Curtain falls and the Soviet Union collapses, but relations break down between East and West, and we end up going to war with Russia. So this campaign is going through that. Yeah, we just sank a fleet of merchant ships and their escorts. Prevent them from resupplying their navy, at least for a little while. We've taken care of that, so we're gonna bounce out of combat. We sank an Udaloy, two Grecian 3s, the merchant Dawn, Riga, 3 Riga merchants, and a Chinese submarine was tagging along, a Han class. So yeah, we use 6 AdCaps torpedoes on them and 4 Tomahawk anti-ship missiles. Yeah, welcome in, everybody. Welcome. An excellent effort in detecting and eliminating the enemy's ability to replenish their submarine forces at sea. Continue your good work. Stand by for further orders. So we got a silver star for taking care of that fleet. Nice artwork they have in this game. All right, so we need to replenish. This mod has us going to Washington D.C. We definitely would not be replenishing in Washington D.C. We'd be replenishing at Oceana Naval Base in Norfolk, Virginia. Actually, maybe not. We could be going to Norfolk. There's a number of submarine bases on the East Coast. But close to Washington would probably be Norfolk. A little bit weird. Well, I'm so glad you all stopped by. Hey, welcome in. Way too slick. Good to see you again. Good to see you. Let's do the shout out thing here real fast. We're playing some Coldwaters tonight. Tomorrow we will probably be playing Phasmophobia. And on Thursday, I have some work, a work thing to do. Unfortunately, so no stream on Thursday this week.
Fuck.
What do we got? What do we got? You're trying to crack a safe, it looks like. Was that GTA? I think that was GTA. Well, welcome in. I hope all is well. We're just like I said, playing some Coldwaters tonight. Thinking some Russian ships. Yeah, tomorrow will be Phasmo, and Saturday will be a bit of a longer stream. I don't know what we're playing on Saturday yet, but it'll be. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, it's let's see. Oh, Cassidy, thank you so much for the follow, and thanks for the the first time chat. I hope you are doing well. We are on our way to 200 followers. I don't know. I don't yet know what we're doing at 200 followers. So, hello. I don't know what we're doing at 200 followers. So let me throw these out. Let me throw the socials out. My Discord link's in there. Feel free to hop in if anyone's got any suggestions. I won't necessarily. I'm not. I won't do anything too crazy. I may be amenable to doing something spicy, but I do have a kind of a palate built for spicy. But I've never done any of the super spicy noodles. I just have regular spicy noodles. So, but yeah, if anyone wants to has any suggestions, or something to do at 200, let me know. Feel free to hop in the Discord. I'm good today. How are you? How's games going tonight? Games are going good. We just completed a mission, and it's good to hear that you're doing well. Not a creative yeah, those kinds of goals I'm a fairly small streamer, so that I haven't hit too many benchmarks yet. And I'm not one to like to force people to do stuff they don't already want to do. So I generally don't participate in those. Like there's one of the streamers I've been watching. He does a lot of food challenges, and not like a lot of food challenges, but it's like make a disgusting Subway sandwich, like, you know, with tuna and like grape jelly and ketchup and all kinds of random. I'm like, oh no, I can't do that. yeah, it was pretty horrible. But he ate it. I don't really celebrate a lot of things. Yeah. But I do. So I do have a 2D model coming. So I'm a PNG tuber, as you can see. I will have a 2D model coming, and that's gonna open up a lot of. I'm gonna start opening up more games when I do that. Do some. I really want to do Dying Light 2. I really love the first Dying Light. But let's go ahead and get to another game here, and we'll get back to chatting. According to the last air security data, large forces of enemy landing and surface craft are preparing to depart in 3 days. From where? We don't know where. Naval Command assumes they're preparing for sea float in Tel Aviv, Israel. This mission. So they're going to launch a ship to attack Tel Aviv, or a fleet, excuse me, to attack Tel Aviv for reasons unknown. They could go over land. I don't know why you would try to do an amphibious attack at Tel Aviv. Let's see. Let's go ahead and get reloaded here. We'll reload our TASMs, so our VLS tubes, and we'll reload our torpedoes. We'll just go with the. We'll take some UUM-44s. These are sub-rock missiles. They're fired out of the torpedo tubes. On the front end of them, there's a torpedo, and they shoot up to the surface. They use a rocket motor to boost them out downrange, and then they drop the torpedo. So you can drop torpedoes basically right on the heads of folks. They can't really get away if you have a good solution on them. And that gives us 17. Why is my math wrong here? Get rid of one of these. Let's go 18 at caps for our main torpedo armament. All right, let's head over to Tel Aviv. Let's see where they're coming from. Okay, it looks like they're over here in the Philippines right now. We'll mosey on over there. I like this game because it's well, I love the submarine sim. It's a really in-depth game, but it's kind of a simple game to learn, but there's a lot of nuance in the game. There's a lot of mechanics that they put in the game when it comes to how the sonar works, how the weapons work. So it can be very chill, and then it can be very kind of frantic times. So we're on this overworld map. We're driving our submarine. We don't want to get picked up by this patrol aircraft. The little red patrol aircrafts. They'll find you and they'll send other ships out to interfere with you. Before we get too far, let's go ahead and save in case we crash. Oh, that patrol's gonna pick us up for sure. When that happens, they're gonna send all these submarines and other stuff in after us. Let's go down here in these mountains. And let's go ahead and put array. Put our turret. Good. All right, so we've intercepted that fleet. Should be who we're looking for. New sonar contact. Weird. Can't speak. We have a new sonar contact bearing 99. Designated Sierra 1. Our depth is 60 feet. Our heading is 191. So they should be off of our left shoulder. Yeah. So they should be 90 degrees or... yeah, about 90 degrees off our left shoulder. All right, let's get our weapons ready here. Get one torpedo ready. We'll get one MOS, mobile submarine simulator. It's a noisemaker that can generate noise of whatever we want. In this case, it'll sound like our submarine. We'll close to 20,000 yards to try to.
On sonar, new contact bearing 087. Designated
So yeah,
Sierra 1.
there's our unity plot. They're 90 degrees off our left shoulder.
Con sonar, new contact bearing 125. Designated Sierra 2.
We go ultra quiet.
For ultra quiet.
Con sonar, new contact bearing 099. Designated Sierra 3.
Go ahead and go down to 400 feet.
Con
Make depth 400 feet. Dive by.
What? Okay, they dropped a torpedo right on top of us.
Come left to 051. Helm I.
Let's go ahead and speed up to 10 knots.
Make turns for 10 knots. Maneuvering I.
This is the second time they've done that. They've just dropped a torpedo right on top of us.
Knots.
Passing 200 feet.
I'm up to 15 knots on standard.
15 knots. Maneuvering I.
Don't really need to be quiet because they obviously already
Maneuvering.
have a good enough solution on us that they can hear us up to
Make
full.
turns for 20 knots. Maneuvering I.
All right,
Come left
030.
030. Helm
down to
contact.
1,400
Sierra-
feet.
Make depth 1400 feet. Dive by.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 2, bearing 126.
So I'm gonna drive away from their torpedoes. Try to get under their sonar
Con,
systems.
helm, steady course.
If we can. So the helicopter has a dipping sonar. I mean, at this range, it'll pick us up if it does a search. But if we can get out of range and get deep, might have a hard time hearing us. So yeah, sorry. What were we talking about? Yeah, 200 followers. Don't know what I'm gonna do there. But we'll figure something out. And so my live 2D model, I just got a sketch back from my artist today, and we're talking about it. So I commissioned him a few months ago,
Con
and
sonar
he's
regained
getting
contact
started
on Sierra 3,
on getting it
bearing
built out.
105.
So I'm excited for that. I want to play some Dying Light. I'll probably start switching up the games more once I
Come left to
once I get
35,
the 2D model.
helm I.
On Saturdays we usually do kind of a random, not a random game, but more of like a game of the week kind of thing. Longer games, some games that single player games. We do play a little bit of Vanguard here.
Steady course.
We play some Risk of Rain 2 here as well, and we do some games with viewers. Like we did a little bit of Risk of Rain with a friend a couple days ago, or last week, and we've done Phasmophobia with some viewers as well. So we'll probably open up that queue tomorrow for Phasmo, and you can join on the stream, hang out a little bit.
Con sonar new
It's always fun,
contact bearing
and I have no
116.
issue teaching, helping people who don't know how to play the game well, helping them figure it out. So it's not a problem at all. Vanguard, I don't really do
Con sonar Sierra 2
too much.
is
I might do some
classified as
Vanguard with
escort.
viewers, but it'd be completely muted for that game because
Con sonar
it's
Sierra
a real
3
pain to
is
mute
classified as
lobbies.
escort.
So fortunately, if we do that, we'll go muted. All right, we got an
Con
Udaloy,
sonar lost contact.
7,000
Sierra
yards
2,
away.
last
No wonder he
bearing
picked us up.
140. Contact is in the
I
battle.
wanted to be 20,000 yards away, but we somehow got into 7,000 yards without knowing it. Not good. Not good at all. So 7,000 yards is really close. Let's come up a little bit shallower and launch some torpedoes at these guys.
Make depth 1050 feet. Dive by.
We're gonna slow down as well.
Make turns for 15 knots.
Slow us
Maneuvering
down.
eye.
But for whatever reason, he can't hear us.
Con maneuvering.
He's going at
Making
25
turns for
knots.
15 knots.
I find it hard to believe that he can't hear us. There's no layer,
Con
no
sonar
ducts.
regained contact on Sierra 1, bearing 098.
All right, let's slow down to 10 knots.
Make turns for
We're gonna shoot Udaloy.
0 knots. Maneuvering eye. Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 7, last bear. Con
And we're
maneuvering.
gonna-
Making turns for 10 knots.
Okay, at 10 knots, so let's go ahead and shoot Udaloy. Enable this weapon at 3,500 yards. 160.
Shoot 23. Aye, sir.
We're gonna shoot at 140.
Fire control,
3,500
we've lost
yards.
the wire.
And we're gonna come back up to head full.
Make turns for 20 knots. Maneuvering eye.
So the engine order telegraph, the helm order telegraph down here. We
Maneuvering, making turns for
we have reverse.
0 knots.
There'd be
Sonar
multiple
regained contact on Sierra
multiple
7,
speeds of
bearing
reverse,
1,
but
2, 1.
we only have track emergency. These are geared propeller. It's a geared the propeller is attached to a propeller shaft that's on its gearbox. So they only have reduction gear. They only have minimal reduction gear to reverse the engine. They can't reverse the engine at the same speed that they go ahead, at the same RPM. So this engine order telegraph, we would coordinate with engineering and tell them what each speed means. So ahead 1/3 is our lowest speed on our telegraph. Ahead 2/3 is 2. Ahead standard is 3. Ahead full is 4. So this game has it set up to 5 knots, 10 knots, 15 knots, 20 knots, and then
Sierra
blank,
4
their
is
maximum
classified
speed,
as merchant.
which is the maximum speed that engineering can give us.
Con sonar lost contact.
All right, we're gonna
Sierra
turn.
3, last bearing 1, 4, 1. Contact, come right to 0, 3, 5.
Let's get our
helm aye.
tubes reloaded.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 3, bearing 1, 4, 3.
We're gonna get off the depth of our weapons. So our weapons are swimming out here. We don't really want to be on the same depth as them.
Steady course.
So we're gonna come up to 700 feet. We're gonna come shallow.
Make depth 7008 dive I.
And we're gonna hydrate.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 2, bearing 1, 5, 1.
So we got 2 weapons in the water. Heading towards the Udaloy. These are Mark 48 ad caps. So Mark 48 torpedo ad cap stands for advanced capability. So upgrade to the original Mark 48. There's been a lot of mods. I think we're on mod 7 right now in 2022. So they're constantly upgrading these weapons.
Come right to 0, 7, 5. Helm aye.
Very, very smart weapons. Very expensive weapons. They actually have a... So
Torpedo room, tube 1 ready.
initially they had a copper wire that would trail back to the submarine and connect them to the submarine.
Con helm, steady course.
But the modern weapons have a fiber optic cable. And it plays out from the weapon and from the submarine. So the submarine's got several thousand yards of cable, and the torpedo has several thousand yards of cable. It'll play out behind it and trail. This mod breaks the wires for almost no reason. We got some sonar buoys. These little pink icons are red, are sonar buoys that the helicopters are dropping. There could also be planes. Let's see what we have. Yep, we have a plane, and we have 2 helicopters. So they can drop sonar buoys, which will send out a ping and try to pick us up. Back to our weapon. Alright, we got weapons heading towards us as well. So real fast, we're actually going to slow down.
Make turns for 5 knots. Maneuvering aye.
Kara. I'm slowing down because I want to use my mainframe sonar. Let's go active since they know we're here. One of our ad caps has merged onto Udaloy.
Con, torpedo room, tube 3
Other
ready.
one seems to
Con
not
sonar regained
be merging
contact
on him.
on Sierra 6, bearing 1, 4, 6.
Alright, let's go active.
Con sonar switching to active
Alright,
search.
that sonar buoy very close now.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 5, bearing 1, 3.
So our mainframe sonar is that pinging sonar. It makes a tunnel noise. It's going to tell everybody where we are, who we are, immediately. So they're going to be able to identify us by our sonar.
Con sonar
Let's get Sierra 5. Do we have Sierra 9? Yeah. Let's pick up everybody. Then we're gonna get out of here.
Sonar, Sierra 9 is classified as merchant.
Kara is shooting, so let's shoot back. We heard the splash and the engine start up in the water. We saw little icons of it shooting. So we're going to shoot Kara.
Make turns for
Alright, there's a
3,
plane flying over
4
us.
knots.
Getting out of here.
Maneuvering aye.
Overstater, welcome.
Fire control, we've lost the wire. Make depth 14508, dive by.
Con sonar, torpedo in the water, torpedo in the water, bearing 127.
We should have fired a Moss.
Lost
but
contact, Sierra 5.
We did
last
not.
Bearing 134. Contact faded.
Which torpedoes on
Con
this?
sonar
This one.
lost contact, Sierra 4. Last bearing 139.
We're gonna shoot the Moss.
Make turns for 0 knots. Maneuvering aye. Shoot. Make turns for 3, 4 knots. Maneuvering aye.
Alright, so the Moss is a mobile submarine simulator.
Con sonar, torpedo in the water, torpedo in the water, bearing 246.
This torpedo has latched onto the Moss. He's swimming out away from us. It makes a lot of noise,
Con sonar, torpedo in the water,
and it
torpedo in the
simulates
water,
our
bearing
submarine noise,
273.
or whatever we want. But in this case, it sounds like our submarine. It's very, very loud. It's much louder than we are. Or at least it tries to be. I'm not sure if it can be, but basically tries to soak up all these targets. It soaked up everybody. I shot them away from the fleet so that my torpedoes don't get interfered with.
Dive by.
And I just like to kind of get them away. Otherwise, a lot of weapons get stuck on them. I send them to the surface and just send them going straight. So they're going to latch onto him, and they're going to hopefully continue to chase him and not reacquire us. Oh, we got another torpedo right on top of us. They're attacking the Moss. Pretty substantially. Kara is driving
Maneuvering,
pretty
making
close
turns
to our
for
torpedo,
3, 4
so
knots.
it's going to either cause the car... So the car is turning away right now from our torpedo, but going very slow. Car is a very large, very capable ship.
Con sonar, torpedo in the water, torpedo in the water, bearing 274.
7-4. Not sure. Oh, okay. This torpedo's latched onto us. Okay. These torpedoes have been not being able to get on depth with us. So let's see what this one does. Drop a decoy down here. See if we can sink it out, but below its crushed depth. I don't think we will.
Con sonar, torpedo in the water, bearing 267. Come left to 015, helm aye.
Passing 1,300 feet.
We're gonna come up shallow
Passing 1,200 feet.
and drop another noisemaker. He didn't
Passing 1,100
take to that one at all.
Con sonar,
Passing 1,000 feet. Passing 900 feet.
I go and
Knuckle form.
wiggle, put a little knuckle in the water. Did not take to
Torpedo
that.
Passing 700 feet.
Okay.
Passing 600 feet.
con sonar, we are cavitating.
Get him on depth with us.
Passing 400 feet.
Con sonar, noisemaker, bearing 123.
Start going deep. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna,
Sonar lost
once we start
contact.
going deep, we're gonna
Sierra
snap
1,
the rudder
last
back.
Bearing 124.
Con, knuckle formed.
Put a knuckle in the water.
Con
Basically just a void spot in the water. Bunch of bubbles. Reflects the sonar
Con
of
sonar
the
no longer cavitating.
torpedo.
Passing 700 feet.
Kind of confuses him.
Passing 800 feet.
Didn't confuse this
Con
guy.
sonar regained.
Passing 900 feet. Passing 1,000 feet. Passing 1,100 feet. Passing 1,200 feet.
I'm gonna try the same trick on him, except we're actually gonna drop a decoy.
Passing 1,300 feet.
You gonna pick us up?
Passing 1,200 feet.
See what he picks up. Did he pick us up, or did he just pick up this
Passing
noisemaker right here?
1,100 feet.
Okay, he picks up noisemaker. Perfect.
Passing 1,000 feet.
Come left to 0.
Passing 900 feet. Passing 800 feet.
Ah, this guy picked us up. Dang it.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra.
Passing 700 feet. Passing 600.
Con sonar, we are cavitating.
Passing 500 feet. Passing 400 feet. Passing 300 feet.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 106.
Passing 300 feet. Con, knuckle formed. Passing 400 feet. Passing 500 feet. Passing 6.
Con sonar, no longer cavitating. Con sonar,
Passing 700 feet.
Okay. Think we might have wiggled our way out of that. We'll see.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 7, last bearing 154. Contact is in the baffles.
Keep an eye on these torpedoes in our plot down here, but we'll watch our torpedo attacking the Kara. Kara is a large Russian warship.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 117.
The noisemaker in the water. Are these torpedoes back on us? Yes, one of them is.
Make depth 1500 feet. Dive by.
Coming down to 1,600 feet. Well below our test depth. But I think we will survive. I'm gonna try to bring this weapon down to a depth that it can't survive, that it'll be crushed. So how I'm gonna do that is, first of all, we're gonna turn away from the Kara.
Come left to 312. Helm high. Con sonar lost contact.
Decoy down here.
1, last bearing.
Decoy will sink out,
1,500 feet.
and hopefully we'll get him to sink further than he can tolerate.
Passing 1,500 feet. Passing 1,400 feet. Passing 1,300 feet.
But we'll see if it
Passing
self-destructs.
1,200 feet. Passing 1,100 feet. Passing 1,000 feet. Passing 900 feet.
Yep. So we drug it down to a depth that it couldn't tolerate. We're gonna stop our ascent here. See if we can watch our torpedo. Not this one. This one. So yeah, like I said, the car is a large warship. It's
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 125.
almost 10,000 tons. It's very similar. It's got very similar radars and defensive systems to the Moskva. That was sunk in Ukraine. Or off the coast of Ukraine, I should say.
Right 2015, helm I.
A little bit smaller, a little bit less weaponry, but similar sensor
Con
systems
sonar regained contact on Sierra 1,
and
bearing 128.
similar weapon suite
Con helm,
to the
steady course.
to the Slava class. So I don't want to get too close to him since he's got my torpedo latched onto him, and he's only about 7,000 yards away. So I do want to turn back to the right, get away from all these sonar buoys,
Noisemaker bearing 131.
but I don't want to go any closer to him because of my torpedo. So what we're going to do is we're going to go and actually slow down. We're going to shoot him
Turns for 10
again.
knots.
He's going to
Maneuvering on.
probably take 2 torpedoes to sink regardless, but we'll give him something else to dodge, and we will also hopefully sink him a little faster. So we're going to shoot on
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra
125,
bearing 165.
enable at 35.
Contact within the Babel. Make turns.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
I'm going to slow down, see how long we can keep this wire. Probably not very long.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 2.
Yep, not very long.
171. Con sonar regained contact
All right.
on.
Come back up to 10. Actually standard.
Make turns for 15 knots.
We're going to say that to heck
Left
with these
2,
silly
2,
sonar
0,
buoys.
5, helm I.
Come up to full.
Make turns for
Let's
2,
get deep.
0 knots. Maneuvering I. Con maneuvering. Making turns for 2, 0 knots. Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 2, bearing 171. Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 1, bearing 133. Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 7, bearing 169.
There's my man. I want to stay shallow.
1,100 feet.
Con sonar, no con.
Man, he is
helm,
really
steady course.
dancing with this torpedo right now. There we go. I think we got him. Come on.
Con sonar, noisemaker, bearing 127.
Boom. Oh, there's an Udaloy. Where's Udaloy at? How close is this Udaloy?
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Oh, ultra quiet. He can't hear us for some reason.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 1, 0, bearing 163.
The Udaloy is a... Oh boy. Those are rocket... rocket torpedo... or rocket depth charges, I think. Let's see how good of a solution he has on us.
Con, dive at
He might kill us
5,
if,
0 feet, dive by.
Let's land right on top of us. There's the Cresta burning. I'm sorry, Kara burning. Okay. No, those are just regular torpedoes he launched. Those are ASROC style torpedoes, so they're rocket assisted torpedoes. Looks like he was just firing those off into Narnia. So he is at 168, about 8500 yards. Go ahead and get some weapons on him. Shoot at 190. And 3,000 yards.
Shoot 2-3.
And we'll shoot
sir.
at 3,005 at 180.
Shoot 2-1. Aye, sir.
There we go. He's gonna turn. How far is he gonna turn?
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 1-0. Last bearing 1-6-2. Contact faded.
Some reloads going. Okay. Come back up to head full. Actually, wait. We still have this wire. Let's see what he does before we do that. Turning, so we're going to turn our torpedo to 160. See if we can get him to turn back. Yep, we did. Our weapon back to 170. Basically, he's trying to find a course that, see if if we have our wire by changing his course. I think that's what he's doing. So he's coming right, seeing if our torpedoes follow him. They merge on him. If they don't, he'll turn all the way away and go in that direction. But since he can see that like I'm still controlling this weapon,
Con, torpedo room, tube 2 ready.
basically I'm just grabbing the waypoint and changing the torpedo's waypoint. And he knows this torpedo's here. He's firing on us. We're going to activate this torpedo.
Con sonar noisemaker
Ooh.
bearing 1-2-0.
They just dropped a torpedo right in front of us.
Con sonar lost.
Go.
Con sonar torpedo in the water. Torpedo in the water. Bearing 237.
Deep.
Con, fire control, we've lost the wire. Passing.
Con sonar torpedo in the water. Torpedo in the water. Bearing 203.
Passing 900 feet.
Come right to 131 helm aye.
Passing 1100 feet. Passing 1200 feet. Passing 1300 feet. Passing 1400 feet.
We're going to come down to 1,600 feet.
Passing 1500 feet.
Right.
Con, torpedo room, tube 3 ready. Passing 1600 feet. Passing 1600 feet.
Come left to 061 helm aye.
Oh boy, they're not
Passing
self-destructing.
1500 feet.
Oh, that's not good.
Passing 1400 feet. Passing 1300 feet. Passing 1200 feet. Passing 1100 feet. Passing 1000 feet.
Con sonar torpedo in the water. Torpedo in the water. Bearing 312.
Passing 700 feet. Passing 600
We're just gonna cavitate for a minute.
Passing 500 feet.
Come to whatever depth we drop off here.
Passing 400 feet.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 199.
So if they get soaked up on this noisemaker, it's deep enough that it'll drag them down below their crush depth. So hopefully this one doesn't turn to the left and see me. I don't know if you probably can see me because we're dragging a huge cloud of bubbles behind us up here. Hello, bomber. Can you do us a favor and not bomb me? Oh, he tried to bomb me. Oh, he might have succeeded. Oh, those depth bombs are defective, sir. Yeah, so that he did pick us back up. Get deep and turn.
Passing 400 feet.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 2.
Passing 500 feet.
Con sonar, no longer cavitating. Con sonar regain.
Passing 700 feet. Passing 800 feet.
See if we can get under this torpedo.
Passing
Ability to see
900
us.
feet.
Might get here too quickly though.
Passing 1,000 feet. Passing 1,100 feet.
Explosion off. I think the
Passing
Udaloy took a
1,200
hit, probably.
Passing
Yep.
1,300
Udaloy took a hit.
Passing 1,400
There's another torpedo after him.
Passing 1,500
Okay,
feet.
we're getting too deep, too deep.
Passing 1,600
Oh
feet.
boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. What's going on? Here we go.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 2.
Passing 1,600 feet.
Con sonar, lost contact. Sierra 7, last
Oh, sorry, we
bearing
missed
2,
a
0, 2. Contact breaking up.
explosion. Sorry, I was looking at my depth down here. Don't
Passing
want to
1,600
crush
feet.
the ship. There we go. Stay at 1,600 feet. Below our test depth, but we got a torpedo on us. Drop a noisemaker there. We're going to turn back into the fleet to course 170.
Helm right 2, 170. Helm I.
Alright, we got the Udaloy and the Kara who are screening the fleet, it looks like. So we need to sink these merchants and identify everybody else. Kind of why I didn't fire indiscriminately into them, because I don't know if they have
Helm, steady course.
non-combatants sailing with them. Oh, torpedo, will you please? Rip. So this nosemaker's getting deeper and deeper. It uses a metal that reacts with. There we go. Yeah, so this is too deep for them to operate. Uses a metal that reacts with the water, like sodium or lithium or something like that. So they're salt water activated, and when they react with the water, they send out a huge cloud of bubbles and make a ton of noise. And those bubbles create a void space in the water that also reflects sonar signals. So a sonar signal will bounce off of it as if it's hitting like a the side of a metal ship. But they slowly sink out, and they will drag the weapons down with them. And if you can get them low enough below their crush depth, the weapons will just self-destruct. Well, they won't self-destruct. The whole of the weapon will fail and they'll explode. So we're gonna open up a little bit of distance here. We got Cresto, looks like, coming back towards us. Someone was shooting torpedoes at us from down here, so there might be a submarine down here. I don't think it was the Cresta. These two green squiggly lines are the trail of torpedoes. So we're tracking the torpedoes. So probably Sierra 10 might be a submarine. or another warship. Cresta is at 14,000 yards. So let's see if we can find the submarine.
Make turns for 5 knots. Maneuvering aye.
Oh, hello. We got torpedoes in front of us. Come back up to flank.
Make turns for 3, 4 knots. Maneuvering aye.
I'm gonna turn away from these torpedoes. I don't know if we're gonna
Right
get away
to
from them.
2, 5, 6. Helm aye.
These are torpedoes that we saw earlier. They're snaking, so they're gonna take a long time to get to us. Instead of going in a straight path, they send their sonar beam out in front of them,
Con, helm.
and in
Steady
order to
course.
change where that sonar beam is looking, they can snake. Modern torpedoes can actually steer their sonar beam electronically without having to turn the entire torpedo and slow down their propagation. So even if this torpedo is going 50 knots, since it's doing all these wiggles, it's only maybe regressing at 40 knots, as if it was going straight at 40 knots. So it makes them effectively slower when they do this. So we're turning away. Try to open up some distance from this torpedo. At least so that way only one of them picks us up.
Con, maneuvering. Making turns for 3, 4 knots.
We're getting overflown by a Tu-95 that's in a maritime patrol mode. So this guy here, he can drop sonar buoys, he can drop torpedoes, and he can drop depth bombs on us. Tu-95 bomber, strategic bomber for the Russian Federation. Capable of about anything like a B-52 can do. They are using them in the Ukraine conflict to mainly launch standoff weapons. They're very important to Russia's nuclear deterrent, so they don't risk these very much. But they can drop cruise missiles. They can drop Russia's air-launched ballistic missile. They call it a hypersonic missile, but it's just a air-launched ballistic missile. Basically, an air-launched version of the Iskander. They might incorporate an actual hypersonic warhead into it, but it's only hypersonic because it's a ballistic missile that operates at high speeds, hypersonic speeds. Modern, what we consider a modern hypersonic weapon is a weapon that can operate inside the atmosphere at hypersonic speeds. So a cruise missile that can operate at hypersonic speeds, Mach 5 to Mach 7 usually, for inside the atmosphere, or they can operate on the edge of the atmosphere, using a ballistic missile to boost them into space or the edge of space, and then they will launch a glide. Oh, there's me down there, and he dropped depth bombs on us. And then launching a glide warhead that will essentially skip off the top of the atmosphere, and operate at very, very high hypersonic speeds until it re-enters the atmosphere to attack. Where we at? There we are. They drop some death bombs. They really, at this depth, they have no chance of getting to us. They have to drop them so far in front of us for there to be any real threat. Alright, we have Cresta kind of bearing down on us. So we're going to come up a little bit shallow to shoot him.
Make depth 1150 feet, dive by.
Got Tu-95 coming again. What's he doing? Zoom out. There we go. There he is. Probably hard to see. I wish it was daytime. A little easier to see in the daytime mode. We're in a whole swarm of sonar buoys everywhere. They're all around us. They're going to have a very good solution on us. Slow down to 10 knots to get a shot off on
10 knots. Maneuvering aye.
rest of 2.
Con, dive at 1150 feet, dive by.
Let's shoot bearing 150 at 4,000 yards to activate.
Aye, sir. Con, fire control.
Get back up on speed.
Turns 4 knots. Maneuvering aye.
What we're going to do is we're going to turn slightly away and then we're going to turn back in. We're going to come to 290.
Come right to 289. Helm aye. Come right to 290. Helm aye.
Let's get off.
On helm. Steady course.
Make depth 800 feet, dive by.
Put through our weapon and we'll watch our weapon for a little bit. Ba-ba. So I don't like answering text while I'm streaming, but I can get texted by work, so I do have to pay attention.
Con, dive at 800
I usually don't reply
feet,
to
dive by.
non-work texts on stream. It drops more depth bombs on us. But I do need to check them and see, okay, is this a work text or is this something I can ignore for later?
Con, torpedo room 2-2 ready.
Alright, we're gonna let this weapon swim out towards Cresta. And once it's merged on him, we're gonna turn back towards the fleet. And he should hear it now. It's active, it's going shallow. I don't know why he's just driving in a straight line towards it, because he can definitely hear it. Sonar systems are very, very loud, and the weapon has its own sonar system, so it's pinging.
Con, sonar lost
And
contact.
ships and submarines, warships and submarines do have
140.
sonar arrays
Contact is in the back.
that can detect these hostile pings. But he doesn't seem to mind. He doesn't seem to mind that he's under attack. We are going to turn... First, we're going to turn to 235.
Helm left to 235. Helm aye. Con, sonar regained contact on Sierra 2, bearing 137.
Going to slow down to 20 knots.
20
full.
knots. Maneuvering aye.
And we're going to go down to 1450 feet.
Depth 1450 feet, dive by.
Con, sonar regained. Con, maneuvering, making turns for 20 knots.
So he's maneuvering against the weapon now.
Con, sonar, noisemaker, bearing 129.
Not sure why he wasn't earlier. Didn't seem to care. I think he's
Con,
gonna,
sonar,
yeah.
Noisemaker, bearing 126.
Oh, weapon turned the wrong way. Get quiet, and we're gonna try to pick these guys back up with our sonar.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 117.
There we go. That should be a hit. Don't know if this is gonna be enough to kill him. Hit. On fire.
Con, helm, steady course.
Alright, we're on course, we're on speed.
Turns for 5 knots.
Let him go
Con sonar,
active.
switching to active search.
We got some torpedoes, more torpedoes. About from a million miles away, looks like. Looks like where Sierra 10 was, so there may be multiple submarines. Gonna go active for a sec, see if we hear anybody. This guy is making... No, he's not making 25 knots. Certainly not.
Con sonar, launch transient from.
Yep, here we go. There's a submarine out here.
Launch transient from.
Sierra 10. Not gonna look at him, but I'm gonna try to classify him. We have nothing on active, so we're gonna...
Con
So,
sonar, switching to
passive.
passive search.
He is a... He's launched a
Con sonar,
submarine
launch
launch
transient from.
torpedoes at us, so we're gonna have to get out of here quick and in a hurry. I don't think they can actually reach us at... Oh yeah, they can definitely reach us at... See if we can classify them before we...
Con
They got-
sonar,
oh.
lost contact.
Go.
Make turns for 3, 4 knots. Maneuvering
Drop a
out.
decoy right here, let it sink out. So these torpedoes are flying out towards us. They are they're tube launched, or they could be VLS launched. Alright, we're gonna come back the way we...
Come left to 060. Helm I.
Oh, scratch that.
Come right to 221. Helm I.
So they are launched out of the torpedo or VLS tube. Looks like, yeah, they had a really good solution on us. That little, you probably can't see it on stream, but there's a little dot indicating our submarine's location on the surface. They come out in capsule. They fly out. They fly out through the water. Once they exit the water, they have a little sensor that tells them they're out of the water. Then the rocket motor will shoot, and it allows them to
Steady course.
boost out to us and cover the 20,000 yards or however far they were
Regained contact on Sierra 2.
in a very short
bearing
time.
114.
The booster will drop away, a little parachute will deploy and drop them into the water where the submarine tells them to go, or the launching platform tells them to go. And they do a little circle search and a column of water where they are.
Bearing 118.
So, what's this torpedo latched onto? Doesn't seem like it's latched onto anything. So, hopefully it goes down to our noisemaker. But it's just going. Just going. Yeah, there we go. It's merged onto our noisemaker out here. And hopefully that'll drag it down low enough that it'll detonate. But it's also quite a ways behind us.
3, 4 knots.
Yeah. So it's going to drag it down to a depth that is unsustainable. Oh, they dropped another one on us. That might have been from the bomber, though. So we do need to come shallow and shoot these merchants. And it looks like there's another Cresta out here, too. Oh, that's the Cresta we already shot. He's having a hard time. Like he's got 2 fires now. He's just a bobbin. Alright, they just dropped some death bombs. We're gonna change course
Come
here.
right to 2, full con sonar. Torpedo in the water. Torpedo
Really?
in the water. Bearing 027.
Really?
Con helm. Steady course.
All the depth bombs. Oh, they're pretty close. That's pretty close. Pretty good. Pretty good, not gonna lie. Alright, let's get down to...
Make depth 1600 feet, dive by.
We're actually gonna come down to 550,
Make
then
depth
6,000.
150 feet, dive by.
Or 1,600. I want to step down because they often overshoot the mark quite a bit. Go ahead and increase.
Make depth 1600 feet, dive by.
Con, sonar, torpedo in the water, torpedo in the water, bearing,
Mhm.
0, 5, 9.
So since we're confident that these weapons can't
Come left to
survive
195,
at depth,
helm I.
we don't really need to worry about them too much.
Dive at 1600 feet, dive by.
I'm gonna drop another noisemaker, and hopefully, if they
Con, helm,
don't
steady course.
self-destruct, we'll probably die. At this depth, one torpedo will probably kill us. Submarines don't do very well against torpedoes, but when you're this deep and you get hit, like the pressure of the water is gonna have a greater impact on the submarine. Take out bulkheads and destroy more stuff. Be impossible to contain in. So we're below our test depth right now. And this torpedo actually survived. Okay. That's a problem. Go ahead and drop another decoy.
1600 feet.
And we'll try to outturn.
Passing 1500 feet.
Hopefully this one drags him deep enough that he self-destructs.
Passing 1400 feet. Passing 1300 feet. Passing 1200 feet. Passing 1100 feet. Passing 1000 feet.
This torpedo's built.
Passing
This
900
torpedo's built
feet.
different.
Passing 800 feet.
Built for tough.
Passing 700 feet. Passing 600 feet. Passing 600 feet.
Come right to 166, helm I.
Oh my goodness.
Come left to 043, helm I.
Trying to turn away from everything. So much stuff. Sorry, I'm having to switch back and
Con,
forth.
sonar, torpedo in the water, torpedo in the water, bearing,
Oh,
197.
humbug.
Con, helm, steady course. Make turns for 0 knots, maneuvering I. Make turns for 5 knots, maneuvering I. Make turns for 3, 4 knots, maneuvering I.
Make depth 1550 feet, dive by.
Con, sonar, lost
So I slowed down to
contact.
shoot the
Sierra
Cresta
2,
before
last bearing. Con,
evading these
sonar,
torpedoes.
torpedo in the water, torpedo in the water, bearing 119.
Oh,
Passing
nope,
900
that's
feet.
not what I want. There we go.
Make depth 1550 feet, dive by.
So we had the Giga torpedo, the Giga Chad torpedo. I'm back for more. Alright, we got another. We're gonna take control here of our dive.
Passing
14.
1400 feet. Passing 1500 feet.
Full rise on the planes, please.
Con, sonar, regained contact on Sierra 2, bearing.
Passing 1600 feet.
Okay, yeah, these torpedoes are built different.
Come left to 355, helm I.
Passing 1600 feet.
Please turn right.
helm, steady course.
No, no, you're supposed to turn right.
Passing 1,300 feet. Passing 1,200 feet.
Wow.
Passing 1,100 feet.
Con, torpedo room, 2.
Passing 1,000 feet. Passing 900 feet.
Oh gosh.
Con, knuckle formed.
Con,
The
Passing
knuckle in the
900
water.
feet. Passing
Okay.
1,000 feet. Passing 1,100 feet. Passing 1,200 feet. Passing 1,300 feet. Passing 1,400 feet. Passing 1,500 feet. Passing 1,600 feet.
con sonar, launch transient from. Come left to 098, helm aye.
Passing 1,500 feet.
Hey, Mini. You know what we need? We need a. We're gonna get a sub rock in here.
Passing 1,300 feet. Passing 1,200 feet. Passing a
Con sonar, torpedo in the water, torpedo in the water, bearing 103.
passing 900 feet. Passing 800 feet. Passing 700 feet.
Con, helm, steady course.
Oh boy, they've merged into one torpedo.
Con sonar, we are cavitating.
Passing
Con sonar, no longer cavitating.
They are just one torpedo now.
passing
All right,
700
reverse
feet.
rudder.
Con, knuckle formed.
Knuckle. Get
Passing
below him.
800 feet.
Oh gosh, we didn't fail.
Passing
Oh
900
no.
feet.
And we
Passing
outdive these
1,000 feet.
torpedoes. Doesn't look like it.
Passing 1,100 feet.
So we got a lot of
Passing
control
1,200
surface to deal with. They have a very small control
feet.
surface.
Passing
So
1,300
you do
feet.
have a chance to outdive
Passing
torpedoes,
1,400 feet.
but at great risk.
Passing 1,500
Alright,
feet.
full rise in the planes, we might die here.
Passing
We might crush.
1,600 feet.
Or get bombed. Oh gosh, those bombs are right on the money. And there's a torpedo. Okay.
Con,
Here we go.
torpedo room, 2 ready.
Passing 1,600 feet.
Okay, we're good. We're living. Hey.
Passing 1,500 feet. Passing 1,400 feet.
Alright.
Passing 1,300 feet.
Come left to 15.
There's so many torpedoes.
Helm aye.
No, no, we just gotta keep
Come
going straight.
right to 225, helm aye.
I don't want to run into these other
Come
torpedoes
right
out here.
to 227, helm aye.
Okay, so they've all shut down. Cresta. Did our oh, there we go. Yeah, we do have a torpedo on Cresta. Finally put him to
Helm,
sleep.
Steady course.
Alright.
Con sonar regained
We're just gonna drive
contact
here
on
for-
Sierra 10, bearing 140.
Jiminy. Alright, this has been a little intense there. Just dancing with these torpedoes. He is still on fire. I'm surprised he's even able to remain afloat. Torpedoes do incredible damage to ships. So, oh, he's got 3 fires now. Oh boy, the fire's spreading. Yeah, but he's not gonna survive. Oh, well, maybe he'll survive a little longer. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's dead, regardless of this torpedo hits, but it's gonna hit.
Sonar, noisemaker
Yeah,
bearing 100. Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 2, last bearing 100. Contact con
Okay.
sonar, launch transient from.
So he is here. Looks like he's moving towards us based on where he previously launched, which I marked here. So we are gonna come shallow. What depth do we need to be? 330? Actually, no, we can't do that since he just launched on us. We gotta go away. So we're gonna come deep again, unfortunately.
Make depth 1550 feet. Dive by.
But we're going to attack after this. I'm tired of this guy.
Con, helm, steady course.
Take a look at him. SSGN. Diesel boat. Very quiet. It's got lots of tubes, lots of missile tubes. 6 torpedo tubes. Yeah, out here just harassing us. See what the bomber's doing. What's the bomber doing? Oh, he's bombing. Drop some death bombs on us. That's okay, we're going too fast. They'll never hit us.
Launch transient from.
Con, dive at 1550 feet. Dive by.
Him again out there. Looks like he might be moving away again. Excuse me. We're doing the same song over and over again. I just realized that. I'm so sorry. I can't believe I just now realized that. There we go. Hopefully that's working now. I can't believe we were just vibing to the same song. I'm so sorry. All right, let's see where his torpedoes are going. His rocks right on the money again. Again, you probably can't see that on stream, but we are right here. He's dropping these things laser guided precision strikes.
1600 feet. Dive by.
And unfortunately, these things don't have any kind of like they don't get drugged down into their crush depths. I think it might be far enough away that it doesn't actually pick us up, but it is going to force us to turn.
230, helm aye.
See where the other ones are going.
Dive
Got a
at
couple.
1600
Are they already?
feet. Dive by.
Or was that the last one? Yes, it
Con,
was the last one.
helm, steady course.
All right, we're going to try to take this opportunity to see if we can get an attack off finally.
Make
Been
turns
running for
15 knots. Maneuvering aye.
an hour now. Slow down to a head standard. You know what? We need to. Oh no, bombs. They're still gonna come shallow.
4 knots. Maneuvering aye.
Passing 1500 feet.
Those bombs aren't really a threat to us. We're gonna turn to
Gum
190.
left 190, helm aye. Con, helm, steady course.
Let's get shallow, shall we?
Make depth 1000 feet. Dive by.
Now I've pull.
Make turns for.
Start slowing down progressively here.
0 knots. Maneuvering aye.
Use our angle to help slow us down.
Make turns for 15 knots. Maneuvering aye. Con maneuvering. Making turns for 15 knots.
Start trying to identify this guy.
Make turns for 10
Nope.
knots.
As soon as we slow down, he turns off his. So he's active, which we should immediately know who he is or what he is, based on the active.
Con maneuvering. Making turns for. Make turns.
We're gonna launch these. We're gonna launch a
0 knots.
sub rock at him.
Maneuvering aye.
Passing 1000 feet.
Come up to full. Come up to 300 feet and launch a sub rocket where he was.
Making turns.
Passing 900 feet.
Oh. What's going on?
Passing 800 feet.
that bomber. Is he just bothering us? Or is he gonna bomb us? Looks like he's gonna bomb us. Oh, he did bomb us. I didn't even see that. Alright. Keep coming shallow.
Passing 700 feet.
Now these bombers are very, very loud. So we'd be able to hear him. We know what bearing he was on at the very least at all times.
Passing
I may not
500
know
feet.
exactly how far, but we'd have a pretty good idea. I'm pretty sure, just based on the amount of
Passing
noise
400 feet.
that he's creating. Alright. Get up to depth. On depth. Good enough. Government work.
Make turns for 0.
Gonna
knots.
reverse the shaft.
Covering eye. Make turns for 5 knots.
We're gonna launch
Maneuvering
this missile where about he was going. 12,005.
Shoot 2-2. Aye, sir.
Oh yeah, sub-rock missile. It'll go out the water.
eye. Make turns. Con sonar. We are cavitating.
Make depth 10008. Dive by.
Fly out towards him. And drop the torpedo. Well, where we told it to drop it. We don't know that he's actually there. But it can cover that 12,500 yards that we shot it much faster than a torpedo could if we would have shot it traditionally just going through the water.
Con sonar. No longer cavitating.
So it's a rocket motor. It was expended. It went out. Rocket will detach here. I'll drop little torpedo. I think it's either Mark 40. I think it's Mark 50 actually. Is what the torpedo is.
Con sonar. Torpedo in the water. Torpedo in the water. Bearing 133. Come right to.
Alright, there he is. So I don't know if we're close enough.
High.
Make depth 16008. Dive
We'll
by.
go down to 1550.
Con helm.
So it
Steady
might be
course.
too far for him to get picked up by. We'll see.
Con, torpedo
Yeah, it
room
looks like it
2-2
is.
ready.
He's turning away, but he's driving into the torpedo. So we might get the edge of detection on him. We might not.
Con sonar. Torpedo in the water. Torpedo in the water. Bearing 095.
Alright, we gotta take care of this problem here. I think these torpedoes, these are helicopter drop torpedoes, so we might be able to get out of their... We might be able to outdive them.
Con sonar.
Passing 1500 feet.
Situate. Okay, they both merged on that. Go ahead and come down to 16. There.
Passing 1600 feet.
Oh, he merged onto us. Okay. Drop a decoy. We're running out of decoys.
Come left to 190. Helm eye. Con helm. Steady
Hopefully
course.
that sinks him out and he self-destructs. So we can get back on this attack. Oh, okay, perfect, perfect, perfect. He is running from the torpedo, so hopefully he doesn't attack us for a little while.
Passing 1,600 feet.
Come left to 140. Helm I.
We gotta shoot these merchants too. So we're gonna take care of that.
Feet. Passing 1,300 feet. Passing 1,200 feet. Passing 1,100 feet. Passing 1,000 feet.
You gotta be about out of weapons, my man. Yeah, he's just flying over to say hello.
Passing 900 feet. Passing 800 feet. Passing 700 feet.
Alright, we finally
Passing
identified him as a
600 feet.
tango. We have a
Con sonar,
good
we are
solution on him.
cavitating. Make turns for 2 Z. Make turns for 1. Con sonar, no longer cavitating. Con sonar, we are cavitating. Con sonar, no longer cavitating.
Passing 100 feet.
Make turns for 0. Make turns for 5 knots. Maneuvering. Make turns for. Make turns for 5 knots. Maneuvering I.
Shoot 2-2. Aye,
The
sir.
sub rock on this guy. Oh crap. Oh, did we get hit? Did we get hit? No, he missed us. How did he miss us?
Passing 100 feet.
Are we good?
Passing 200 feet.
Yeah, we're good. He missed us somehow.
Passing 300
So that bomber
feet.
just flew over us, but somehow missed us.
Passing 400 feet. Passing 500 feet.
Con sonar, no longer cavitating.
We're not gonna get too deep here. We're not gonna go too crazy.
Passing 700 feet.
I was gonna do a missile attack on these guys, but I wanted to also get a attack on this tango before he slips away. He's kind of annoying.
Passing 800 feet.
I'm guessing he's out of rockets as well. Let's see how close we got this torpedo. Hopefully we got him. Not gonna kill him if we do, most likely. Pretty stout little submarine. There we go. That's gotta find him. Right? Think so. So he's got a speed of 15 knots, so if it locks him up, he can't get away from him. He's too slow. Didn't pick him up.
Con, fire control, unable to fire.
Alright, looks like
Make turns for 10 knots. Maneuvering I.
like it's torpedoes.
Shoot 2-1. Aye, sir. Con, fire control, we've lost the wire. Shoot 2-3. Aye, sir.
Con maneuvering, making turns for 10 knots. Make turns for 20
Wow.
knots. Maneuvering I.
Okay, I can't believe that missed. That's okay. That's okay. We just kill him the old-fashioned way.
Con maneuvering, making turns for 20 knots.
What we'll go ahead and do is we'll turn off
Come
our
right
weapons,
120.
and while we're
Aye.
relatively shallow, we're gonna pop up and we're gonna shoot a
Passing 800
quick
feet.
missile strike against these guys. Just one missile at first. let him seek out and then shoot the
Passing
rest.
700 feet.
Con.
Passing 600 feet.
Make turns for 7 knots. Maneuvering aye.
Passing 400 feet.
Tango is not our target, but the
Passing 300 feet.
merchants definitely are. This is their landing invasion force, so we are just stalling
Make
here.
turns for 1.
Goodness.
Make turns for 10 knots. Maneuvering aye.
Con, torpedo room, tube 2 ready.
Passing 100 feet.
Con sonar, we are cavitating.
Here.
Make turns for 15 knots. Maneuvering aye. Con maneuvering. Making turns for 15. Make turns for con sonar. No longer cavitating. Make turns for 5 knots.
All right.
Maneuvering aye.
I'm not picking up any of these merchants? Really? Alright. We're just gonna shoot here.
Shoot 2. Aye, sir.
Not sure how these merchants could have. Oh, there we go. Locked onto something. Basically, we just shot the missile and said, just find whoever you can. What do we lock onto? I can't even see it yet.
Con, torpedo room, tube 3 ready.
Con sonar. No longer cavitating.
So one thing, Russian missiles were incredibly powerful. Even a long time ago, like in the 70s, they had missiles that would be able to pop up, and then just identify ships based off of their emissions, off their radar emissions, that they were beaming out. And then their missiles could cooperatively tell each other the target's on this bearing, and the other missiles would turn to that bearing, and then it could drop back down and then just do a pop-up to kind of make sure it's still on the right bearing. They could do this way out.
Con, ISS 8008.
Nice.
Dive aye.
Got hit, we're getting bombed. Somehow, did not kill him. A sturdy ship. Tomahawk missile doesn't destroy you.
Con maneuvering. Making turns for 4 knots.
Alright, we're gonna do it again.
Passing 800 feet.
So,
Passing 700 feet. Passing 600 feet.
Con sonar. We are cavitating.
come up shallow again.
Passing 400 feet.
Coming up shallow in a hurry.
Passing 300 feet. Passing 200 feet. Passing 100 feet.
Con sonar. No longer cavitating. Make turns for 0
Oh boy,
knots.
we're out of the water.
Maneuvering aye.
We don't want to be out of the water.
Make
Oh,
turns for 5 knots. Maneuvering aye. Shoot 2. Aye, sir.
let's go.
Make turns for con sonar. We are cavitating.
Alright, we're gonna compress a little bit of time here. So that's the ship we hit earlier on. This should kill it and sink it out, more importantly.
Sonar lost contact. Sierra 9, last bearing, walk on.
Dive at 800 feet. Dive
Now, this is an American Tomahawk, so we probably we might have put in some of our newer anti-ship Tomahawks that the Navy's working in the ability to do what this weapon has done. Our radar honestly should have picked this guy up.
Maneuvering, making turns for.
If it was in range for the Tomahawk sensors, it would have been in range for our sensors. I'm not sure why we couldn't see it on radar. Got ourselves a helicopter. Looks like we got another merchant at some point. Not sure how we sank him. There's 2 more merchants to sink. We did get the Tango. Okay, so we hit the Tango. Wasn't paying attention for that. Didn't miss that. But he really didn't have a way. He was not going to escape.
Passing 800 feet.
What I don't want to do is have merchants soak up more of our weapons, which you very well may, but that's okay.
Passing 600 feet.
Con sonar, we are cavitating.
Passing 400 feet.
Oh, there's that bomber. There's that bomber. Has he got us this time?
300 feet.
He probably has us there. Oh no, he missed. Man, those depth bombs are worthless.
Passing
I say that now, the next pass is just gonna kill us.
Passing 100 feet.
Make turns for 0. Con sonar, no longer
Oh,
cavitating.
here it comes, yep.
Make turns for 2. Con sonar, we are cavitating.
I don't understand why he's missing us so badly. Usually they're right on the money with those things. I mean, I'm grateful.
Make turns for 20 knots. Maneuvering eye.
Alright.
Make turns for 0 knots. Make turns for 0. Make turns for
You can see these guys
5
on radar.
knots. Con sonar, no longer cavitating.
Shoot 2. Aye, sir.
Make turns for 3. Con sonar, we are cavitating.
Passing 100 feet. Passing 300 feet.
It looks like we
Con
locked up
sonar,
somebody.
No longer cavitating.
Con, dive at 800 feet. Dive aye.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 8, last bearing 116. Contact breaking up. Con maneuvering, making turns for 3, 4 knots.
We got Sierra A, which is another merchant.
Passing 800 feet. Passing 700 feet.
I really hate when the battles get like this
We are cavitating.
and you have to do this
Passing
weird
500 feet.
kind of.
Passing 400 feet.
I mean, you're gonna shoot and scoot, but we should have a better solution on these guys, or some kind of solution.
200 feet. Passing 100 feet.
No, 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 no.
Make turns for 3, 4 knots.
You forgave us again.
Con sonar no longer cavitating.
Close down.
Upscope.
Make turns for 5 knots. Maneuvering
Nothing
on.
again.
Con maneuvering. Making turns for 5 knots.
Dive, dive. Dive, dive.
Come right to 200. Helm
I'm
I.
gonna turn and maybe we can pick them up on sonars. We'll also come down a little bit deeper than we have been. Oh, those just...
1150 feet, dive by.
Okay, so I think the one of the ships is still sinking out is what's happened. And they got a lock on that ship. And they weren't able to deal with the fact that it was sinking out.
Con sonar no longer cavitating.
You have got to be almost out of weapons, friend. I think it is.
Make turns for 5 knots. Maneuvering I.
So we're gonna try to take a quick listen.
Passing 1100 feet.
Make turns for 0 knots. Maneuvering I.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Con sonar. Towed array released.
Put our towed array out. See if that helps us get a solution on these guys. Yeah, he doesn't seem to have any weapons left. He would have bombed us if he did. Ordinarily, you wouldn't put out the towed array while you're, you know, actively detected. But I'm wanting to find these guys. I don't know why we're having such a hard time finding them. So the towed array is this long black spaghetti string coming out the back of our ship. It's a really long array of hydrophones, of microphones. Hydrophone is just a term for underwater microphone. And they're in a membrane, attached together, end to end. A bunch of little microphones, about the size of a soda can. Well, about the diameter of a soda can, each one. And basically, this gives us a very long sonar array. That can help us a lot to localize sound, because we have all this area, this long area where we can hear a lot. Things that will get to this side of the sonar array before they get to the tail end of the sonar array. Give us a lot of data about various contexts. And it's just absolutely massive. One disadvantage of the towed array is it's got to be straight. If it's curved, I guess the Navy does have algorithms to help with that, but it works best when it's in a straight line. So whenever you're turning or anything, you basically don't have an accurate information on your towed array. It also can't be used at all speeds. So I know that Australia developed a sonar array for their diesel boats that can be operated at any speeds at any angle. But these will get destroyed if you take too great of an angle on them, too high of a speed. You can damage them. So I think probably modern towed arrays, you can probably be pretty aggressive with them. And like I said, I know Australia has a towed array that they claim that they can operate at any speed, any angle, any maneuvering at their maximum speeds. But their diesel boats aren't that fast, so. Okay, let's bring that back in.
Sonar.
Oh, no. Go to 20 knots.
Turns 4,
Or
2,
retract the
0
turret array.
knots. Maneuvering aye.
I love how fast they can retract it. Alright, we'll try to execute another attack against these guys.
Turns 4, 3, 4 knots. Maneuvering aye.
Passing 1,000 feet. Passing 900 feet. Passing 800 feet. Passing 700 feet. Passing 600 feet.
Con sonar, we are cavitating.
Passing 400 feet. Passing 300 feet. Passing 200 feet. Passing 100 feet.
I don't even know why I'm coming up to 50 feet. We don't need to. We can launch from like 100 feet.
Make turns. Con sonar, no longer.
We already know we're not going to get a radar lock on these guys. So I'm reversing the engine to get us slowed down so we can shoot.
Make turns 4, 5 knots. Maneuvering aye. Shoot 2. Aye, sir.
Alright, let's go.
Make turns 4, 3, 4. Con sonar, we are cavitating.
Make depth 1000 feet.
Let's see what these missiles do. Probably should have given them a little bit more distance to fly out. I'm gonna go. Yep. Okay. Yeah, they're just self-destructing. So we're gonna lose this mission, but that is a-okay. So you got away the communist and the commissal. So this is gonna be a failure. Oh no, they actually say that was we stopped the invasion. Maybe without their warships, they couldn't proceed with just the merchant fleet. We only destroyed, I think, one of the merchants. So, I guess good enough. Good enough for government work. All right, then, folks. We are going to. We're going to end stream here. So hang out if you would. Get some channel points from the raid. When we do our when we game with friends, we game with our community, they joining the game will be based on channel points. Not too many channel points though, not a lot. If anyone's been hanging out, will have enough channel points to join in Phasmophobia if they want to. Or Risk of Rain at some point. I'm not really doing joins for Risk of Rain, but we will. Not joins from channel points. I'm having folks join other ways right now for Risk of Rain, just because I don't know the game very well. But here in a few weeks, we'll definitely do some community gaming for Risk of Rain. Let's pop in here. And let's switch our music choice. And let's turn off our game sound so you guys aren't hearing that. So let's find somebody to raid. So yeah, guys, we're gonna throw out a little raid. Thank you so much for hanging out. Let's find somebody to raid before I start my raid spiel. But yeah, do hang out for the raid if you can. Get some of the channel points built up for the community gaming. Bum, bum. Oh my, there's a lot of people on. Ooh. Like, Shinny's doing a little bit of Resident Evil too. He's a couple hours in. He usually goes for at least 4 hours. So let's see. I think he'll be hanging out for a while. So let's pop over and say hello to Shinny. Shinny is a VTuber. He plays a lot of different games. He mainly plays Destiny 2, but he plays also some horror games from time to time. So right now he's playing some Resident Evil 2. He will play DBD, Phasmophobia on occasions, a bunch of other horror games. So let's go pop over there and say hello. Bum, 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 bum. Thank you everyone for hanging out. Let me get this started up. Raid start maybe. We'll see. There we go. Okay, thank you everybody so much for hanging out. Stevie, again, I appreciate the raid. Cassidy, thank you so much for the thank you for hanging out. Thanks everybody for hanging out. Thank you for the first time chat. I appreciate you coming in and saying hello. And I do appreciate I really appreciate the follow. We're gonna try to get our way up to 200 followers hopefully soon. Thanks everybody. I will be on tomorrow with Phasmophobia, and then again on Saturday. Yeah, see ya. Oh, one note. Shinny is a more of a 18 and up streamer. I don't know if he's officially 18 and up on the thing, but he's a little bit more. He's a great streamer. I hang out there all the time. I'm not, but if I know that sometimes some of the younger folks come in, so he's a little bit more adult than the stream I put on. So a little bit more yeah, PG-13, I should say.